The quality of your relationships is the soil in which your mental health grows. Nourish your connections, and your well-being will flourish. And that is the thought for today. Welcome to 7 Good Minutes. I'm Clyde Lee Dennis. Thanks for joining me for what I believe will be 7 of the most enriching minutes of your day. In today's episode of 7 Good Minutes, we talk about how positive relationships transform your mental health and well-being. Enjoy. If you think about the happiest, healthiest people you know, chances are they have something in common. Strong, positive relationships. Science is clear. Our connections with others are not just a nice bonus in life, but a fundamental pillar of our mental health and well-being. In fact, the quality of your relationships can have a greater impact on your happiness and longevity than your income, career success, or even your physical health. Yet, in our fast-paced digital world, it's easy to overlook just how powerful positive relationships can be. By the end of this episode, you'll understand the profound impact that positive relationships have on your mental health, why they're so essential for your well-being, and practical ways to nurture and strengthen the connections that matter most. Let's start with the science. Decades of research, including the famous Harvard study of adult development, have shown that people with strong, supportive relationships are not only happier, but also live longer, healthier lives. Positive relationships act as a buffer against stress, reduce the risk of depression and anxiety, and even strengthen your immune system. When you feel connected, valued, and supported, your brain releases oxytocin and other feel-good chemicals that promote calm, trust, and emotional resilience. But it's not just about having lots of friends or being popular. The key is the quality of your relationships. Even a few close, positive connections can make a world of difference. It's about feeling seen, heard, and accepted for who you are. It's about having people you can turn to in times of need, and people who celebrate your joys and successes. Positive relationships also help us develop a healthy sense of self. When others reflect back our strengths, encourage our growth, and offer honest feedback, we gain confidence and self-acceptance. These relationships provide a safe space to express our true selves, to be vulnerable, and to work through challenges without fear of judgment. One of the most powerful ways positive relationships impact mental health is by reducing loneliness. Loneliness is more than just being alone. It's the feeling of being disconnected, misunderstood, or unsupported. Chronic loneliness has been linked to increased risk of depression, anxiety, and even physical illnesses like heart disease. On the other hand, feeling connected and supported can help us weather life's storms and bounce back from setbacks. Positive relationships also encourage healthy behaviors. When we're surrounded by people who care about us, we're more likely to take care of ourselves, seek help when we need it, and make choices that support our well-being. Friends and loved ones can motivate us to exercise, eat well, pursue our goals, and maintain healthy routines. So, how can you cultivate more positive relationships in your life? It starts with being intentional. Make time for the people who matter most. Even when life gets busy, reach out, check in, and show genuine interest in their lives. Listen deeply, without judgment or distraction. Offer support, encouragement, and appreciation. Small gestures, a kind word, a thoughtful message, a shared laugh, can strengthen bonds in powerful ways. Practice vulnerability. Share your thoughts, feelings, and experiences honestly, and invite others to do the same. Vulnerability builds trust and deepens connection. Remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about being real. Set healthy boundaries. Positive relationships are built on mutual respect, not on sacrificing your own needs or well-being. Communicate your limits kindly and clearly, and respect the boundaries of others. Be willing to forgive and let go of grudges. No relationship is perfect, and misunderstandings or conflicts are inevitable. What matters is your willingness to repair, to apologize when needed, and to move forward with compassion. Seek out new connections if you need them. Join groups, volunteer, or pursue activities that interest you. Sometimes, expanding your social circle can bring new sources of support and joy into your life. It's also important to recognize and nurture the positive relationships you already have. Express gratitude for the people who support you, and let them know how much they mean to you. Celebrate their successes, offer help in tough times, and be present for the everyday moments that build lasting bonds. If you're struggling with loneliness or difficult relationships, know that you're not alone. Reaching out for support, whether from friends, family, or a mental health professional, can be a powerful step toward healing and connection. Remember, the impact of positive relationships on your mental health is not just a theory. It's a lived reality, supported by science and by the experiences of people everywhere. The love, support, and connection you give and receive are some of the most powerful medicines for the mind and heart. As you move forward, ask yourself, who are the people who lift you up, who see the best in you, who make you feel safe and valued? How can you nurture those connections, and how can you be that person for others? Your relationships are one of your greatest sources of strength, resilience, and joy. Invest in them, cherish them, and let them be the foundation for a life of mental and emotional well-being. That does it for today's episode of 7 Good Minutes. Please take a moment to rate and review the show on the platform you're listening on. Until next time, let's be civil to one another out there. Thanks for listening.